The night spared him, but it hadn't forgiven him. In the jungle, dawn doesn't bring peace at, brings another test. He opens his eyes. The jungle screams awake around him. Birds, monkeys, the symphony of the wild. He struggled to his feet, a sharp pain reminding him of the thorns from the night before. His water bottle, crushed and empty, offers nothing. His stomach growls, a hollow echo in the vast green. He looks around. Every direction is the same endless, living, breathing maze. He has to move. 4 hours. He pushes through the dense undergrowth. A broken branch, his only tool. Sweat stings his eyes. Then, a small miracle. A cluster of wild fruit. He sniffs one cautiously, then takes a bite. It's bitter, but it's food. He devours them. The juice, a small comfort. Suddenly, a rustle behind him? He freezes. Turning slowly, he sees it. Through the leaves. A leopard. Its golden eyes locked on him. A predator's gaze. For a terrifying moment, neither moves. But instinct takes over. He snatches a still smoldering stick from the ashes of a long-dead campfire and swings it wildly. The leopard hisses, muscles coiled. But after a tense standoff, it backs away, melting back into the green. In this place, only one rule matters. Never show fear, because everything that breathes here smells it. He walks on, desperate, until he hears a distant roar. Not an animal, but water. He follows the sound and bursts into a clearing. A wide, muddy river flows before him. He drops to his knees, scooping handfuls of the cool water to his lips. For the first time in 2 days, he feels a flicker of life returning. But then, ripples. The water around his hands begins to swirl. A dark shape glides just beneath the surface. A crocodile. Its yellow eyes break the surface, its jaws parting. He leaps back just as the creature lunges, its jaws snapping shut where his arm had been seconds before. He scrambles away, heart hammering in his chest, as the beast disappears back into the brown current. In the jungle, even the calmest water hides teeth. Later, as the sun begins to set, he spots something in the mud. A footprint, not an animal's. It's human. A surge of adrenaline, of hope, courses through him. He follows the tracks, his pace quickening. They lead him to a small clearing and a horrifying sight. An old, abandoned camp. Torn tents flap like ghosts in the wind. Rusted cans are scattered on the ground. He finds a dented compass, but the needle is frozen, useless. Then, among the cold ashes of a fire pit, he sees it. A small, leather-bound journal. He wipes the dirt from its cover and opens it. The pages are weathered, stained by rain and time. He flips through them, finding detailed sketches of plants, strange notes, and on the final, chilling page, a single sentence. If anyone finds this, stay away from the northern path. The jungle doesn't forgive trespassers. His eyes widen. He looks north. The jungle in that direction seems darker, denser, as if it's watching him. That night, he builds a small fire, the journal clutched in his hand. The jungle around him falls silent. Too silent. Even the insects have stopped their chorus. Then he hears it. A whisper, faint like a child's voice, carried on the wind. He stands, looking around. Nothing. It comes again. The trees sway, but there is no breeze. Shadows dance and twist between the branches. Sometimes the jungle speaks, and sometimes it remembers. A branch cracks behind him. He spins around. 2 glowing eyes stare out from the absolute dark. Not the leopard. Something else. A black panther, silent as smoke, emerges into the firelight. It circles him, muscles rippling, its tail swaying low. The man is frozen, sweat rolling down his temple. He grabs a flaming branch, his only defense, and waves it. The panther stops, a low snarl rumbling in its chest. For a long, heart-stopping moment, it just stares. Then, as silently as it appeared, it turns and melts back into the darkness, leaving only the memory of its eyes lingering in the shadows before they vanish completely. The man collapses beside the fire, trembling uncontrollably. By morning, a thick fog blankets the ground, muffling all sound. As he forces himself to move, he finds strange carvings on nearby stones, symbols, faces, something ancient and unsettling. They look like a warning. He follows the trail of carved stones deeper and discovers half-buried bones. Human bones? A torn shoe! A rusted knife! He realizes with a sickening dread that the journal's author never made it out. And maybe others didn't either. He always thought he was lost in the jungle. But what if the jungle had found him? By noon, the sky turns black. Thunder rolls across the canopy. A deep, angry growl. The wind rises, ripping through the trees. He takes shelter beneath a rocky overhang as rain crashes down like a waterfall. Lightning splits the sky, illuminating the chaos in violent, brilliant flashes. Through the downpour, he sees shapes, moving animals, fleeing in panic, birds exploding from the trees. A giant tree collapses with a deafening crack, its branches crashing down just feet from where he's hiding. He dives aside, mud splattering his face. He crawls through the rain, desperate, the storm roaring around him like an angry god. The storm finally fades by nightfall. The jungle is left glistening, steaming, and eerily silent. Exhausted, he sits by the embers of a new fire, the precious journal in his hands. He looks at its pages again, tracing the faded ink with his finger, and then he sees a detail he'd missed before. A rough map, drawn faintly near the back. It shows a bend in the river and a spot marked Safe Camp. He looks up at the stars, now clear in the night sky, aligns them with the river's direction on the map. He knows where to go. For the first time, he doesn't just want to survive. He wants to understand the place that tried to kill him. At dawn, he climbs a high ridge. The jungle stretches endlessly below, mist curling through the valleys like a vast green ocean. He squints, scanning the horizon. And then he sees it, a faint, thin column of smoke rising in the far distance. Civilization. People! He takes a deep, steadying breath, grips his walking stick, and begins the long walk toward it. He is no longer lost, only chosen by a jungle that never lets go. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. This is only the end of part 2. If you want to find out what happens next, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on. We'll see you in part 3.